live. Morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Talking Cafe for Mendip. And this morning we've got Danielle from the CAB. Danielle is going to be talking about universal credit and MS. The MS is the new service that you're offering from the Systems Advice in Mendip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, take it away.
Okay, good morning, everybody. So, yeah, as Kizzy says, I'm the Help to Claim Advisor for Citizens Advice Mendip and also the MS Advisor. I'll start with talking about the Help to Claim because that's my main role. So some of you may have seen publicity about this on the news. It's something that's fairly new that came in April 2019. So basically the government has given Citizens Advice a pot of money to help people with making their claims for universal credit, which is nice. So what is universal credit? I think would be good to start. So universal credit is a relatively new benefit that's designed to replace tested benefits. So things like housing benefits, income-related employment and support allowance, income-based job seekers allowance, child tax credit, working tax credit, and income support. So people that are already on those benefits at the moment generally can stay on them for the time being. And at some stage, they'll be invited to claim universal credit by the DWP. Some people have a change of circumstances and they need to go on to universal credit sooner. So my role really is to help people with claiming universal credit. So it can be anything from checking if you're eligible for it. If you're already on benefits and you're thinking maybe you want to move a partner in, or you've got some sort of change coming up and you're thinking, well, am I going to be any better off on universal credit? Then we can do a better off check to see, benefit check. And also, in light of the current situation with coronavirus, there's a lot of people that are being made redundant and have never claimed benefits before. So lots of people are having a change of circumstances at the moment, and they've never claimed anything. So, if you've had a change of circumstances and your income's lower at the moment because of coronavirus, then it may be worth getting in touch to see if there's any help you're entitled to. So before a claim, obviously, we've just discussed, checking if you're eligible. The other thing we can do is actually help you to make a claim. So that can be anything from signposting you, explaining how to do the claim, to actually getting more involved with you and actually going through the claim with you. The claim is done digitally on the government website, but obviously not everybody's got internet access, and some people just don't like the internet or they can't use it. So if that applies to you, then we can help you to do a telephone claim. We can do a conference call to the DWP and help you through it that way. Can also help you to gather the information you need for the claim. If you haven't got anything that you need for the claim, like an email address or a bank account, then I could help you to set those up. If English isn't your first language and you struggle with that, then we have access to something called Language Line, and we can get an interpreter to help. So there's that as well. And even after the claim, so Help to Claim covers anything up until your first correct payment of universal credit. So we can help you to understand what happens next once you've made your claim. Things like commitments meetings and things that you go on, basically what are you going to do in return for your universal credit is what that is. We can help you to request an advance payment because the first payment can take up to 5 weeks. And if your first payment, if you think it's wrong, then we can help you to challenge that. And then obviously that's as far as we can go with Help to Claim, is up to the first correct payment. Also, with universal credit, it's a bit different to housing benefit where it gets paid direct to the claimant. So if you're worried that you're not going to be able to pay your rent, and for some reason you don't want it paid to you, we can help you to look at setting up a alternative payment arrangement so that the rent can go direct to the landlord. So yeah, that's pretty much what we can do, really. So from before you even make the claim right the way through to your first correct payment. I've touched a little bit already on some of the typical queries we get at the moment, and it is a lot of people being made redundant and got no knowledge of benefits. You know, they may have been working in the same job for years and never claimed anything before in their life, so it's completely new to them. And the other bulk of the work is telephone claims. That's mainly what I've been dealing with since I started the role in August. So how can you access this service? Well, Kizzy's got lots of details on that she's going to put into the chat box for me. So we have a national helpline number, which Kizzy will put in there. You can also access it via web chat on the Citizens Advice website. If you need a bit more support and you want a bit more of a local thing, because the helpline in the web chat is a national service, so you may not get through to me, but if you wanted a bit more support and you wanted to come through to me directly, then you can either send us an email at Citizens Advice Mendip. You can phone our advice line number and ask to speak to me. That number is going to be changing in December to a free phone number, and we will be publicising that nearer the time. But in the meantime, if you can call the number that Kizzy's going to put in the box. There's also third-party referral form on our website, which Kizzy could access, any other village agent. The job centre can refer you if you want to. The council, any organisation really, or you can just get in touch yourself. It's entirely up to you. So I think that pretty much covers the help to claim side of things. Yeah, so Kizzy can put all the details in the box. Yeah, so if I just
So
talk
are you super busy then at the moment with, like you said, everybody's circumstances are changing, aren't they? And people are being made redundant or furloughed or things like that. So is it taking longer than usual to get people's claims through, or is it being dealt with quicker?
I think we are getting a lot more, but I think we are getting to them. But I mean, one case, for instance, I've been dealing with one, and a phone call has come through in the middle of that. You know, that they're not supposed to, but it's just been that busy that even the phone system hasn't been handling it very well, and calls have been coming through when you're dealing with somebody else. So yeah, it has been busy, yes. And obviously we were a bit worried when the furlough scheme was going to come to an end, that was going to bring in an influx of claims, but obviously that's been extended till next year now.
Which is
but yeah, we are still getting lots and lots of calls, so we're always busy. Yeah.
But a really valued service, though, because, like you said, not everybody is entirely clued up with going online and things like that. So it's nice to be able
Definitely, yeah, and that's
like
where this telephone claims are really, really helpful. And unfortunately, you know, it's not always easy to get through to the DWP. So it's great that we've got this service where we can be on the phone with the client and make a conference call at the same time and do it all there without the client having to do it themselves. So it's a really, really good service. And obviously the language line as well is fantastic.
Yeah. So how do you access the language line? Is that just that they can give the direct telephone number a call and
no, they would contact us, and then they would just say what language they want, and then we'd arrange that. So it's something that we organise our end.
How long do you have to be living in the UK before you can claim universal credit? Do you know? Sorry if I'm asking you something that you don't know. It's just that somebody asked me the other day, and I wasn't entirely sure how long you had to have been living in the UK to claim.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I can find that out.
Oh, oh yeah, that'd be really
Yeah.
good. Thanks. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've put you on the spot there, haven't
No,
I?
no, that's
Said,
right.
don't worry.
I've got an idea, but I don't want to commit myself to something
No,
you
yeah.
wrong, so I will come back to you on that one.
I'm just in the middle of typing out the advice email, which is advice at Citizens Advice Mendip. So that's important to say, isn't it? That your area that you cover is Mendip, isn't it? So
Yes, yes. Obviously, the national helpline number and the web chat. Anybody can access those, but if you want specific help directly from me, then you need to be living in Mendip because
I'll put
Mendip.
in this. So is there one for the rest of Somerset then? Do you know of?
I think most Citizens Advice have got at least one. I mean, in some of the bigger cities, they've got a lot more. But obviously, we're quite small in Somerset, aren't we? So, yeah, I believe Sedgemoor has one. South Somerset probably have one as well. I think. Yeah, I think we've all got at least one.
Oh, that's good. That is good. So that you can access Somerset Advice Line Monday to Friday 10 to 4. Did you say that number's going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be changing from December to a free phone number, which is brilliant. So more people will be able to access that without having to worry about their mobile phones cutting off and things. And that's another thing. If anybody phones and they haven't got enough credit on the phone, then please just say and we can phone you back. So that, yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways you can access this, which is great. But yeah, we will be publicising that free phone number in December. I don't even know what the number is at the moment, but we will be circulating that nearer the time once it goes up and running.
So part-time for some of the time of the week, you do a different role as well, which you didn't want to talk too much about because what did you say? You advise people with MS. You're not.
Yeah, it's funny because the role is MS advisor, but it's not actually advising on MS itself. It's more advising people with MS. So it's people with MS and their families and carers. So to access this service, you need to be living in the area of the Mendip MS Society group, which is a bit different to the Citizens Advice area because we cover Frome, whereas the Mendip MS group doesn't. So basically, I cover all of Mendip except for Frome. If anybody lives in Frome and they want advice, then you need to contact Bath and North East Somerset Citizens Advice, and they've got an MS advisor as well.
Right. Okay.
Which is really bizarre because Citizens Advice Mendip covers Frome, but the MS project doesn't. It's a slightly different area. So yeah, anywhere in Mendip apart from Frome. Not just for people with MS, it can be their families or carers as well, which is great because I think quite often carers can get forgotten. So it's really good that they've got some support as well.
Mm.
So with that one, I can deal with anything really that Citizens Advice deals with. So benefits, housing, employment, health, consumer debt, and money, family issues, anything really. The only criteria is that you've got MS or you're a carer or family member of somebody with MS. So that one's a bit more broad really, that role, whereas the universal credit's a bit more focused. This one can cover anything really that Citizens Advice deals with. So I tend to do that one on a Thursday from 12:30 till 4. But I can be flexible and swap things around in the week. I mean, I do work Monday to Thursday, so if anybody needs an appointment on a different day, then I can swap things around with the help to claim. And it's just that I need to have a set slot, really, just to say when it's running. But if anybody wants any advice and Thursday isn't suitable, then just get in touch and we can talk about that and arrange something suitable for you.
Oh, that's really good. So I forgot what I was going to ask you then. Lauren's the Sedgemoor team lead actually. Morning, Lauren. So you're quite new to the role for the MS. Is that something that Citizens Advice have just started, or have you taken over from?
It started, I believe, a couple of years ago, but we had a gap in the service of about 6 months. where there was no service, there was nobody in post. It started again, it was relaunched on the 1st of October. So it is relatively new. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of publicising and things of that. So hopefully we can start to get it out there that it's up and running again. Yeah.
And generate some referrals for you.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. Not too many at once, you know. don't all come at once, but yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll get many off the back of the Talking Cafe. They go far and wide, and you can watch them. Like, although it says there's 7 people watching at the minute, you know, tomorrow we will have probably had something like 1.5 thousand people that will have viewed it. So yeah, expect a few phone calls, Danielle.
Yeah, so if you can put those details in the box, Kizzy, of how people can contact the MS.
Yeah,
that would be good.
So I can put in your direct phone number, can't I?
Yeah.
You're happy for me to do that?
Yes. That is the direct line for the MS project. Yes.
Excellent. It'd be quite interesting to know if you did get any, if when they come through, if you ask them if they'd seen the Talking Cafe, that'd be quite cool to see.
Yeah.
So it's 07971.
Yep.
967 898.
Yeah.
And then they also have a email address, which is MS. Is it a capital MS?
I don't think it matters actually.
Oh, okay. So it's MS at Citizens Advice Mendip.
Yeah. .org.uk.
Brilliant. We'll pop that in there. Oh, Nick said hi. Nick is the village agent for East Mendip, so she'll probably be making use of you, Danielle.
Great.
Cool. So thank you so much for coming on today. I know you've been really super nervous, but you've done so well. And I'm really grateful for you to come on and talk about your service. It's a really valued service, and it's nice to know that we have a link to the CAB as well, and we can refer people to you and vice versa. If you have anybody that you're dealing with and you think they've got any problems that you think that we can help with, we help with anything and everything at the moment. With, like you said, people's financial circumstances are changing. People are running short of food, which we don't want. So we have our food resilience team in the whole of Somerset. Each area has a coordinator to deal with the food things. So yeah, if you've got anybody struggling financially and they're not being able to make ends meet, please do call us, which is in the link below, the banner that's going around. So yeah, thank you for joining us today. I'll let you go now, Danielle, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So that was a fairly quick. Oh, you can see my kitchen. Should have cleaned that today, shouldn't I? So that's today's Talking Cafe. It's quite short and sweet, this one today, but I just wanted to come back and talk about kindness. So we're trying to encourage people to do random acts of kindness. Now, I wanted to give a special mention to somebody in my village who is a brilliant seamstress, and she does it for a hobby. And I saw her in the cafe just before lockdown, and I mentioned that I really liked her face mask. I thought it was really cool, and she'd sent me the sewing pattern, and I was really hoping to get around to making my own one, but I just haven't had time to get my sewing machine out and do that. And she gave a really good tip about sewing in a pipe cleaner so that it fits really snugly over your nose, because I wear my glasses most of the time and it is so foggy and you generally can't see. And so Vicky came and posted 5 face masks. I've got 2 of them here through my door, and I was so chuffed, and they're so lovely, and you can wear them. So they're reversible as well, so I could have it plain if I wanted to, but this one's got little cupcakes on, and you can reverse them that way. And I've tried so many of them. You know, the disposable ones, which I try not to use. I know they're the ones that are highly recommended, but I have to use them so often, obviously with my job, and also at the school now when you're dropping your children off, they recommend that it's actually it's not a recommendation, it's a must that you have to have your mask on. So that was really kind of her to do that, because I wasn't expecting her to make them for me, and I am really, really grateful to her. But you don't have to make things for people. It's just, you could, you know, give someone a telephone call, put someone's bins out, particularly if they're elderly, anything and everything, just random acts of kindness that would be so appreciated by people at the moment. I was in Morrison's not too long ago, and somebody said, do you want me to take your trolley back for you? And I was like, oh, thanks so much. You know, and you've got your 2 kids or however many kids with you, and you know, it's a windy day or whatever, and you think, oh, I could do without taking this trolley back. That was really kind of them, and it really did make my day. And I think it is really important now, because we're having to wear masks and things, you can't see people's facial expressions, and you don't get to see a smile, and it's difficult to display friendliness when you can't see people's faces. I think it's important. So if you have time and you know, are willing, it's really good to do something kind for anybody, and I'm sure it will be really, really much appreciated. I think there is a hashtag that Hannah said. I want to say it's something like hashtag random acts of kindness Somerset, but I'm going to call upon Hannah and ask her if she will pop it in the comments box, or perhaps I could do it a bit later on, and then you can tag or hashtag something that you've done. You don't have to tell anybody, you know, put anybody's names in there or anything like that. It can, but just to say, you know, somebody did this for me and I'm really, really grateful for it, and just spread the love, really. Thank you for watching today's Talking Cafe for Mendip, and yeah, take care, have a lovely week, and tune in for the rest of the week, because we run these Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. With various different topics and guests and things like that, and they're all really, really informative, even for us agents who you know, we're all learning things every day. So it's nice to see and hear different services that other organisations are offering, and get a little bit clued up on what's out and about in your local communities and supporting people. So it's so important now more than ever, with everybody's, you know, financial circumstances are changing, Christmas is coming, budgets are tighter. It's just, yeah. So anyway, that's all for me. Take care. Bye.